Greetings, beloved creators and human family. I am Gilles Mancillon, and I come briefly today to speak of a few astrological energies that, because there are many astrological influences, and I will not discuss them. I'm not an astrologer, but I do work with the planet for a very long time. Today I'd like to discuss mostly the conjunction, the idea that those two planets, which is the Sun, which is not a planet, it's a star, but it's moving between Chiron and the Earth, and so there is a conjunction that is happening. And so Chiron is a very powerful planet of healing, of empowerment, of knowledge. It is a very high frequency. It is a planet that is predominant within my own natal chart. My own Sun was conjuncting Chiron when I was born, and so it's always been part of my unconscious. And one day I came to meet my master guide. He told me that he was living on Chiron, and I later even discovered that by visiting him and so forth, through the discovering on technique on how to travel through the dimension, to that my own soul resides there. It is the frequency I am integrating, and so this conjunction of Chiron and the Sun will be able to bring a lot of spiritual potential. Right now, all those planets in Pisces are bringing out all this potential, those spiritual potential. Pisces is a very spiritual energy. We are all affected, no matter what your sign is. We are all affected by all the constellation, all the energies, and so this conjunction will be able to bring healing. It will bring clarity, expansions of your senses, your ability, your intuitive senses, and it should be able to lift the veil on some of the ambiguity, some of the uncertainties that have been lingering within your mind, within the mind of or within your life in terms of situation. And so yeah, but then we're going to be moving later on into a more fiery element of the spring. For now, also there is another very powerful conjunction that is happening. The planet Mercury is moving between the Sun and Neptune, and so it is Mercury is a very powerful god energy. It is the power of the magician. It is the messenger of the Sun, and and Neptune is the planet of dreams and ascension and the higher realm. For all that we think we make real, and so we'll be able to use the magic of our own magic to make our dreams come true. It is a matter of belief. The more you believe something, the more you can make it real, the faster it will come into your reality. For the mind doesn't make the difference between what you imagine and what is actually manifested. All of it is real. So this month will be a very powerful time of unprecedented opportunity for creating a new life of joy, of happiness, of love, of abundance, of prosperity. But in order to do that, we have to accept to let go of our woundedness, to accept to let go of our limitation, of our suffering, of all not to accept that we're not victim of any situation. It is all in the past. All those karma can be washed away this month, and so we'll be coming into a new eclipse. There is the equinox that is coming on the 21st, and then we're going to be able to move into a new eclipse of the moon in Libra on the 23rd. And when the eclipse is in the moon, it's a lot closer to home, a lot closer to our emotions, so that will be very powerful. It is a very powerful portal of ascension that is opening for us. And so we have to make the choice to align ourselves to our highest destiny, to our highest good, and by doing that, we can say we can make affirmation like such as Creator, I'm ready to be elevated to the next level of my path, or Creator, I'm ready to discover new pleasure, to discover to be able to live my passion fully, to open myself to new opportunities. It is good to repeat those decrees, those affirmations, those mantras. The more you concentrate on those positive things, the more you are able to you don't even need to liberate anything else. This will remove everything else. So we are within this water energy, this water element. As Pisces is by definition a very watery element, and so also I wanted to make, I don't know, maybe you already do that, but to understand that water is not just an element, it is also an energy, it is a transdimensional energy, it is something sacred, and so we are made of mostly water, all our cells is made of water, and water is has memory, it is an energy. So when you drink water, if you can think about it, is before you drink it, you put your light into it, you put your love into it, you bless it, or you ask your angels, you ask God to do it for you. But when you do that, when you drink the water, it will have this magical effect on your body, and it will do a lot more for you, because your consciousness, as you've taken the time for your consciousness to raise the quality of the water, you can send your love and light into the rivers, into the ocean. It does a lot of good, and the more powerful, the more you believe that your power is effective, the more this will have actual effect on the life that are living within those bodies of water. Of course, it is good to drink a lot of water to regenerate your own hydraulic systems, and so yeah, this is something that can be important to work with. There was, I'm sure most people have seen that already. When you put a glass of water, 2 glasses of water, one with written hatred and the other with written love, and you have people walking by watching those water. 2 weeks later, one of the water has been there was written hatred, has been really degraded when it's looked with a microscope, and the other one has been crystalline and purified. They've also made the test in China. There was this river that was highly polluted, and some Buddhist monks came and sang some mantras about love, light, and empowerment, and so the water was purified. They made some tests, and just with those chants, they completely cleaned up the river. So eventually, humanity will become aware of those power and will be able to create a potent and powerful ecological restoration. So it is something to work with during those times where the water element is so predominant within the whole collective evolution through the astrology. So we do want to make the choice to align ourselves with our highest destiny. We want to be working on that, and to let go of all these old things. Another thing, if you've been working on your ascensions and you haven't seen any result, I'm going to ask you to be patient, because it is, to use an image, it is like, because that means you're integrating energy. Until it's fully integrated, you're not going to see any result, but take the time to breathe, to relax, and let the process work through you. There is an intelligence that's far higher than we are that is working through all life to elevate it. It is a bit like when you you download a file from the internet or within your computer. It is like 1%, 2%, 3%, 99%. But if you interrupt the program halfway through, 1% or 99%, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to read the file. It has to be all the way. It has to be integrated all the way before you can actually see the result of those programs. So trust the process. And I also wanted to say that it's very important. I've always taught to stay connected into your heart, to let go of fear in your heart, so that you can open yourself to love. The heart is the key, and the door to discover higher love, higher octaves of love. Love is essential. It is the sweetest of all energy. Everybody who's been in love knows how powerful it is. But once this is accomplished, the key to spiritual evolution lies within the brain. The brain is also this magnificent organ. And so the point is to reconnect. We're using 10 to 15% of our brain as mortal being, but to reconnect the 100% of your brain, to rewire it to this potential, because we already have this divine source within ourselves that already knows how to do that, and to allow our DNA to expand, to work through us, so that we can reconnect all those parts of our brain. And so when that happens, when the crown open, or there is the cerebellum or the third eye, there may be a little bit of discomfort effort, but do not worry about that. It means that there is something that is working for you, and eventually the reconnection of all those magical parts within your brain is the key to great joy, great happiness, and mystic power, so that we can eventually discover our sovereign strengths and divine authority. Of course, this will, right now it is only words, but soon it's going to be manifested, and proof will be offered to humanity that cannot be denied, that those things are real. So it is very important to allow this process to awaken within yourself and to work through the process. I do appreciate if you would care to share some of your experiences, how you're living through these old times, and what are your experiences, if you care to share them. I also wanted to say that I may have to put a little bit of advertisement in some of my video. I've never done it before, but I think it may be a way that allows YouTube to actually promote the site, because they will also make some money through not that much, but through the advertisement. But I don't really care much for visual advertisement, multimedia advertisement, so I won't put anything invasive, but I'm just going to put a little bit, so that may allow them to promote it to different kind of public, and I hope this will not bother you. So I wanted to thank you for your presence, thank you for sharing, and thank you for commenting or sharing what you have on the comment. If you have any question or anything you'd like to share with me more privately, please send me a message. I send you my love and light, my blessings, and I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.